Okay, now is the time. So thank you for joining us today for the second webinar of the series hosted by Future Earth Asia Regional Committee. And we hope this platform will serve as a useful way to share information and insight among our community members. So the aim of this webinar is to provide a space for sharing and update for hosting connections between the national committee in our region. For today's session, we have a topic that we believe is important for our community. Its title, Future and Challenges for Frontier Research and Creative Economy Towards Sustainable Development, and it will be presented by our colleagues from Future Earth Thailand. So without further delay, I would like to introduce our moderator for today. Please welcome Kua from Future Earth Thailand. Kua, now over to you.
Thank you so much, Reiko. So good morning and good afternoon, everybody. So it is a nice occasion for us today on the 5th of July 2024 that we will have this webinar. So this is the second session because after the first session that we have in the Philippines around April. So and I hope we will have also the series of this webinar also to share idea among us. So for the Future Earth Thailand today, so as a host for the theme of future and challenge of frontier research and creative towards sustainable development. Since 2022, we had started Future Earth Thailand, and this is another event that would be good for all of us to meet, to share. So today for the program, we will have 5 sessions. The first one will be Dr. Damrongrit Niammuad in the topic of a journey of a space technology development to the sustainable research in Thailand. And we will have Dr. Poome Petkanjanapong as a second speaker for the relationship between poverty and social capital in rural area, in rural Thailand, rethinking of community development projects based on community social networks. And the third session from Assistant Professor Dr. Jaray Singhakowinta in the topic of the paradigm shift in gender equality policy, moving beyond parity to embrace differences. And for the fourth session, we will have 2 speakers, Dr. Varanut Dedaman and Dr. Chomsi Chushui, in the topic of the source appointment and health risk assessment on polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons in paddy grain from Thailand and Laos. The last session will be empowering Thailand's future through innovative research initiatives by PMUB and Future Earth Consortium. Professor Dr. Siwat Pongpiachan will be the speaker. I will not waste our time because I think we have only 1 hour and each speaker will have around, let's say, with a question and answer, 10 minutes. So may I invite Dr. Damrongrit Niammuad from GISTDA. He's the Deputy Executive Director, Geo-Informatics and Space Technology Development Agency, or GISTDA, in Thailand. Also one of the, let's say, honored person who helped us to start up Future Earth in Thailand. So Dr. Damrongrit, you can share your slide, and then you have around, as I told you, that 7 to 8 minutes, and then 2 to 3 minutes for question and answer. If you are ready, you can start now. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Professor Kua, and thank you, Future Earth Thailand and Future Earth Asia region for this great opportunity that I can share our activities and also idea that how Future Earth Thailand is going to do, and our idea of how we want to work with our partners and friends. So I think my first line, and I would like to introduce the GISTDA activities.
Can you help to make it a full screen? Okay. Full screen, please. So now I can see your second slide. Go on, please.
Okay. So GISTDA, as a short name of Geo-Informatics and Space Technology Development Agency, we are Space Agency of Thailand. As the name of Geo-Informatics, we focus very much on the Geo-Informatics data. And also we, as you can see from the your right hand side, application and solution is our main target in air pollution, flood, fire, and drought, for example. So we work a lot of space and satellite data for this kind of applications. So we set up the first receiving ground station in Southeast Asia and in Thailand since 1979. So we have a lot of data, long-term data. And since then, we developed our own technology and tools. You can see like we have our first observation, national observation data, TIOS or Thai showed, and we also worked with many satellites to get the data. So I think like that's why we're trying to utilize our data for the applications, and I think it's we can contribute also to the national research and also international communities. As we speak, ไปหน้าต่อไป มันไม่ขึ้น my slide is quite delayed. But my third slide is gonna be like why we are moving to the future Earth, because we can see from the pandemic COVID-19. Slide not moving. Okay. From I think like the one of the change is that we have the pandemic COVID-19, and we can see that a big change gonna be for us gonna be with the climate change. But you know, like we are talking about this kind of two things in Thailand quite separate, but and also we didn't see that they're gonna be a big challenge in biodiversities. So I think like with this kind of idea, and when we see a lot of data, I mean GISTDA, so we have to work on something, and that's why we work with Future Earth as the international partners for us. And I think like the as you may know, the global warming is quite important, and also Thailand is one of the country that's going to work with the global warming. A lot of data that we have from international partners, but you can see that this is from international, is the global one. But for Thailand is something that we have to find the local data and the local research that fit to the international data and the international research. And I think like the Southeast Asia is one of the hotspots, I can say, for the climate. You can see like the Thailand is one of the number 1 to number 10 global climate risk index. So I think like it's quite important for Thailand to have the local data and also the local research to be in line with the global data also. And I would like to emphasize here that with this index, we are one of like top 10 that we need to do something. I mean, we have a lot of data and activities in Thailand, but most of the time it depends on like the mitigations. But we don't have something that we have to make a foresight or foresee something 10 or 20 years to make preparations. This is something that we have to make it in Thailand, and we have also 2 tasks. One is to raise awareness. The second one is also awareness for our people, politicians, communities. The second task is also like to prepare ourselves, not only technology, but also the knowledge and also capacity to deal with the risk that we have to deal in the near future. And I come up with the global idea that it's quite important that we are when we are talking about the the risks that we gonna face in Thailand. But it's not only climate, it's about the geopolitical, technology, economics things that we have to think. And like when we, for example, when we talking about the climate change, we have to talk about the carbon also, because it's dealing with environmental and economics in the same time. And we have to engage not only like the research community, but also the private sector, and also like the politicals to be support with this kind of idea. That's why when we talk in Thailand about Future Earth Thailand, I think we have to link of what we have to do in the big picture, not only talking about air pollution or environmental, but we have to think how we link with the sea rising level, for example, and storm surge, tourism, for example. But when we are talking about the economic crisis in Thailand, tourism is one of the most impact business sector in Thailand. And with that things, we have to draw down to the like something like flood and also environmental issue. So a lot of things that we have to make. So and also I think like one of the tools that we can take and we can use it as the main target is the Earth observation. So you can observe the global thing, local things, and I think that's why GISTDA joined hands with researchers in Thailand and Future Earth. And I would like to emphasize, sorry, in Thai, but I would like to emphasize that the government, the current government is emphasize very much on the climate. And also what they you can see like this is even in Thai, you can see like they put the name, the English word extreme weather. And also this is like the declaration of the government policy. And Earth observation data is one of the main data that the government will emphasize on. For Future Earth Thailand, I think like we work of course on the network of our researcher. You can see on the bottom line a lot of universities working with us as the main university and regional universities. But we can see that our target is will focus on the frontier research and capacity building. And we will emphasize very much on the output like the air pollution, land subsidence, and economy things like the para rubber and oil palm for agriculture. And we use a lot of the data technologies to come up with that kind of things. I think this is something that we put it as priorities, but a lot of things that we would like to work, like because Thailand is one of the country in Southeast Asia, but we need a lot of collaboration in the big picture also. As for the Future Earth Thailand Consortium, we set up and we would like to expand also. We set up with, as I mentioned, the regional university in Thailand. So we're trying to cover all the region, and we would like to work not only on the research communities. We raise it up to the politician also. You can see on the in the middle, in the bottom, we acknowledge the community was acknowledged by the minister of the ministry, and we trying to get the support with the I mean not only like the
1 minute left.
research support, but also the financial support from the government. And I think like in the this year, we're trying to emphasize on pollution, carbon credit, land subsidence, and also agriculture. This is something that we trying to make not only like, you know, networking, but also trying to implement, working together. And I think like I would like to say that this is our start of working together in Thailand as the Future Earth Consortium. And I think in the future, we need to expand to Southeast Asia. I mean, to answer the questions of the global issues and regional issues. And I think like we would like to work with the research communities. And I think Southeast Asia is one of the very interesting one, and we would like to work with you all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Damrongrit. I think this is like a introduction for Future Earth Thailand as well. So I will not waste the time because we still have 4 speakers. I will skip the part of question and answer because it's like an introduction of Future Earth Thailand. Then you can come back later if you have questions for Dr. Damrongrit. For the second speaker, may I invite Dr. Poome Petkanjanapong, Graduate School of Social Development and Management Strategy, National Institute of Development Administration, or NIDA, in the topic of relationship between poverty and social capital in rural Thailand, the thinking of community development projects based on communities' social networks. So you can start now. Thank you so much.
Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, please.
Okay. So thank you very much. My name is Poome Petkanjanapong. So generally, I do research about the local community in Thailand. In this research, I try to present the relationship between the poverty and like a social capital in rural Thailand. Why this is important? Because in Thailand, the government and the social always have some myth about the relationship between people in rural Thailand. They believe that in rural Thailand, people live with the unconditional solidarity. They love each other. The community have really strong ties of the network. So when someone in the community have some problem, all the people will support each other. So this kind of myth that the Thai government and Thai society always have to the rural community in Thailand. Based on this kind of myth and perspective, so that a lot of project and policy that create, such as like we always use the community social network to solve every kind of problem, including the poverty problem. So in this kind of the project, the government always said like the village health workers or also more, and also have this community fund that try to support group of people in the community, rural community, and also supporting the community enterprise or top that try to promote and support local people to produce the product to sell outside. This kind of project based operate via the local community social network. However, from this, according to my research, actually it's not that true. I mean, like the condition of relationship in rural communities in Thailand is pretty different from the myth that the central government have. In Thailand, yes, some people get support. I mean, in the community, but not everyone. Poor people might not get support from the community. Poor people are discriminated against, and they also cannot access to the community resource. According to this kind of project, the community-based project that the government want to support might not benefit these poor people. So the field trip that I have is in the Lepong, in the north eastern part of Thailand, next to Laos. So it's in the borderland, and this municipality is called Pak Chom, which is next to Laos, and near the Mekong River. So it's pretty far from the central Bangkok. It's truly rural communities. We start from the TP map. For the TP map, that we have the list of poor people, right? And for the list of poor people, we start from that and we try to investigate what kind of capital that they have. Even they're poor, they still have some capital left, right? So we investigate in the human capital, social capital, environmental capital, financial capital, and manufacturing capital. And we found that actually the poor people, they have they have low capital in general, but the capital that they struggle with the most is the social capital. What is the social capital that they struggle with? So like according to the questionnaire, it's hard for them. It's hard for them to join the community activities and civil society groups. It's rarely for them to join any kind of activity. After that, we do the group discussion to try to answer the question why it's hard for them to join the community activity. And we found that it's hard for them to join the community because first of all, they believe that they're in a lower, they kind of have a low self-esteem because they're the lower status compared to other group of people. After we do the group discussion, we also interview to do the deep interview to the poor people that like what is the problem why they cannot join the community activities and with community groups. And we found that because like most of community groups have a lack of duration, some of the group cannot like provide income to them. So for poor people, they cannot join the community activities and create some time with local people because they have no time to join. They have to work every day. Then if they stop to work and go to join some community activity, they will lose some money. So they don't have money to pay with the groups. I mean, like for the production group, you need to pay like some fee, like a small amount of fee, but the poor people they cannot pay. So they have no information because they cannot access to any kind of like a communication of the community. They have no friend that much in the community. So at the end, they have no time, they have no information, and they have no money to join the community groups. So according to that research, I try to make the relationship between the social capital and the poverty. So you can see from the circle that starts from the poverty, because they're poor, so they have lack of resource for network creation and maintenance the network. Without the network, without the linkage with the network, you cannot access to the embedded resource in the network, such as information or budget or help that they can have if they have some connection with the people in the village. By that, so we can say that they have a lack of social capital. And because they have a lack of social capital, they cannot exchange that social capital into the kind of income for them. So they're still poor. So it's kind of a circle that when you poor, you are not just poor because you have no money, but you poor because you have no friends, you have no connection with the people in the village too. Why this research is important? Because according to this research, the community development project that based on community social network may be not for everyone in the community, especially not for poor people. Because like if the government give money or give the support via the network of the people in the community, this kind of project might not benefit poor people. Yes, I mean like for the kind of general purpose such as to develop the communities maybe work, but like to solve the poverty problem, the government should not use this kind of policy. The government might use kind of welfare or something else to support poor people. Yeah, that's all for my presentation. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. By the way, I think I will keep question and answer or discussion to the last. Then we will let our speaker to speak. Thank you so much for the presentation from Dr. Poome. Next one, we're gonna have Assistant Professor Dr. Jaray Singhakowinta, Graduate School of Social Development and Management Strategy, National Institute of Development Administration, or NIDA, in the topic of paradigm shift in gender equality policy, moving beyond parity to embrace differences. If you are ready, you can start now.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for the opportunity to share my working in progress research. Today, I'll be talking about the recent paradigm shift in Thailand's gender equality development policy, as analyzed in my paper, Paradigm Shift in Gender Equality Development Policy in Thailand, Parity versus Differences. 1 second, something coming up on my screen. Okay, sorry about that. Okay. Okay, as we all know, and it's been internationally accepted that Thailand has made such a progress in terms of promoting women's equality, women's development through different kinds of policy and programs. However, gender inequality continues to be such a thorny issue for people working in development sectors in Thailand, and of course for Thai government. And that's why I look at the recent development policy document called Action Plans for Women Development. And I use two theoretical models to understand these policy development, namely parity model and differences model. And in order to understand this policy document, I use Michel Foucault's discourse analysis to understand how the category of women is constructed or is outlined in this policy paper. To understand these parity model and differences model, you can simply put it as sameness versus difference. Sameness means both men and women should receive equal treatments, equal rights, while differences look at how to accommodate diverse needs and also how to include everyone into these development schemes. And I look at this policy document called National Action Plan for Women Development, which is in effect already from 2023 to 2027. And I've noticed that there is a shift towards this difference model. And in order to understand this better, I use Luis Iligaray gender difference as an analytical framework to understand how the category of women is put and is outlined in this policy. And I came to the conclusion that rather than understanding or accommodating different needs of diverse people, and of course women in particular, it seemed that these policy documents continue to construct women as the other in relation to men. And this means it's reinforced the gender binary that there was men and women. And of course, this also means people who are minorities, gender and sexual minority, or those who we call non-normative gender and sexual identified persons are left out. And that's why, even though we try to reach the gender equality goal in the UN 2030 Sustainable Development Goals, it would be impossible because these people continue to be left out. That's why in this paper, I conclude that to achieve true gender equality in Thailand, you need carefully designed policy that address this complexity of gender disparity or inequality. And also, we need to make gender development more inclusive. It's not just the issues of women, but also we need to include men and also people from all walks of life to understand that gender equality is not just about empowering women, but also we need to make this a matter of everyone. And that's why we, in the end of this paper, I conclude that gender equality is still an ongoing process in Thailand, even though paradigm shift is such a way forward, but there is so much work to be done, particularly in transforming unequal gender relations and creating a truly inclusive society for all. And that's all for me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Assistant Professor Dr. Jaray Singhakowinta. I think you can see that not just only the part of science, but we also touch the part of social science as well. And I do agree with the carefully design policy in the conclusion. So now we move to next speaker. May I invite Dr. Waranut Diraman and Dr. Chomsi Chuchoi. Dr. Waranut Diraman is from Rajamankala University of Technology, Panakorn, and Dr. Chomsi Chuchoi from Prince of Songkla University in the topic of source appointment and health risk assessment of polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons in paddy grain from Thailand and Laos. If you are ready, you can start now. Thank you.
Thank you. Can you see my slide? Hello?
I think it is coming. Did
Can you
share?
see my slide? Yeah. Oh,
Not
sorry,
yet.
sorry.
Please share it again. Share it again.
Okay.
Can you
Okay,
see?
now I can see your slide. Yes,
Okay.
please.
Thank you. Hello, my name is Waladut Dilaman. Today, I would like to present my research with team. The first topic about polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbon in Thai and Myanmar lies concentration, distribution, and health concern. Polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbon contain two or more benzene rings and are classified as persistent organic pollutant. It is generally recognized that both natural and anthropogenic combustion play a major role in the formation of PAH. PAH can be found in several components of the environment, such as the atmosphere, soil, water, sediment, vegetable, food, and adipose tissue of organisms. PAH can enter the human body by eating, touching, and inhaling contaminated plants. Plants can absorb PAH from polluted soil to their root and transfer them the other parts. The United States Environmental Protection Agency and European Union have listed 16 types of PAH as priority pollutant because they toxic, carcinogenic, and mutagenic effect. In the present study, we study the concentration, proportion, identify the potential sources, and health risk level probably carcinogenic polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbon in rice can from 31 sites in Thailand and Myanmar. This is the assessment of health risk associated with farmer and consumer in Thailand and Myanmar. The results show that PAH concentration sample from Thailand and Myanmar were 18.22 and 34.7 nanogram per gram respectively. Because there are very few studies on PAH concentration in rice, when comparing this value with those detected in other plants, this study found that the concentration value were very low. The pie chart in figure classification of ring PAH show that the majority group of PAH in sample from Thailand were 5 ring, followed by 4 ring and 3 ring respectively. And Myanmar were 5 ring, followed by 6 ring and 4 ring respectively. The most of them are PAH with high molecular weight, indicating that they are of gasoline origin and light duty gasoline with high coal. The diagnostic ratio analysis suggests that pyrogenic origin is a major source of PAH, and principal component analysis identify the incomplete combustion. The figure source identification of PAH show that main source of PAH in rice sample were gasoline power, vehicle, biomass burning, and stationary point source. The total value of incremental lifetime cancer risk from children and adults in Thailand and Myanmar were lower than the baseline set is considered to be safe level. Although PAH in rice have a low impact on crop and human health in Thailand and Myanmar, as rice is predominantly consumed in this area, prevention practices are required to check the PAH content. And the next presentation will hold by Chomsi. She will present PAH that found in Thailand and Laos. Dr. Chomsi, please.
Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Waranut, for briefing my topic. So today, right now, I would like to share our research with you about salt apportionment and health adjustment of PAS in paddy gland from Thailand and Laos. As everyone know, rice is a staple food for many people in Asia, especially for the Southeast Asia. But potential health risks of associated with PAS in paddy gland are not well understood. So that's why we are interested to conduct the sample in paddy gland and then want to analyze the PAS, how it's related to the health risk or not. So the research found that in Thailand, the total PAS that we found it was 38.86 plus or minus 5.13 nanogram per gram, and the INES PAS that we found is what benzoyl K-phosphatidylcholine. And in Laos, we found that the total PAS was 11.35 minus or plus 1.96 nanogram per gram, and the INES PAS that we found was the dibenzoyl AS anthracene. So the study showed that the average concentration of total PAS in paddy gland sample from Thailand and was significantly higher than in Laos. And these findings suggest that the source of PAS may differ between the two countries. So move to the source identification of PAS, we found that it had three main sources of PAS that we found in both countries, Thailand and Laos. The first one is incomplete combustion. So the diagnostic ratio of PAS showed that the cluster analysis and hierarchical cluster analysis or SCA indicated that the primary source of PAS can be from the incomplete combustion of petroleum. For example, from industrial fuel or vehicle exhaust or the open burning. And the second source can be from agriculture waste burning, because it is a common practice in both countries, Thailand and Laos, and it is a significant source of PAS in environment. And the third one can be from transportation emission, because it's particularly from diesel and gasoline vehicle, and it's also its major big contributor to PAS pollution in this country. So it can conclude that the findings suggest that both countries, Thailand and Laos, it had similar PAS origin, and it's related to human activity more than the natural source. For the health assessment in terms of incremental lifetime cancer rate or ILCR, the PAS can enter to our body by inhalation by eating, remote contact by touching, and inhalation by breathing. So the results show that for inhalation or eating, the ILCR value for inhalation was significantly higher than inhalation and dermal contact. So indicated that consuming paddy gland has the greatest risk. So the study found that the cancer risk associated with PAS exposure from paddy gland was within the acceptable level for both countries, Thailand and Laos, and for children and adults. For PAS distribution in paddy gland sample in our research show that the concentration of PAS in paddy gland sample tend to increase closer to area with heavy traffic and agricultural waste burning. And in Thailand, Mahasarakham and Luang Prabang in Laos, both of it are close to BC road or traffic emission. And after high, it showed that is high at the total PAS that we found. And for the toxic equivalency quotients or TEQ, the results show that the TEQ value which represents the combined toxicity of different PAS containers were higher in paddy gland from Laos than in Thailand. In Thailand, the major TEQ composition was benzoyl K-phosphatidylcholine, whereas in Laos, dibenzoyl AS anthracene was the dominant TEQ component. For implication for public health, the results show that this study highlights the importance of reducing PAS emission from sources such as vehicle exhaust, industrial fuel, and agricultural waste burning. And further research is needed to investigate the long-term health effect of PAS exposure from paddy gland consumption. So the conclusion of our research. So we found the key finding for the cancer rate in both nations, Thailand and Laos, fall within the acceptable range. And PS thought it can be from agricultural waste burning and transportation emission for the main source of PAS that consist in party grant in Thailand and Laos. Even in Myanmar that Dr. Waranot present before. So if you want to discuss more about our research, you can contact us here. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Chomsi and Dr. Waranut. So last but not least, we still have one more speaker in the topic of empowering Thailand's future through innovative research initiatives by PMUB and Future Earth Consortium by Professor Dr. Sivat Phongpiyachan from Graduate School and Social Development and Management Strategy, National Institute of Development Administration, NIDA. If you're ready, you can start now, Professor Sivat.
Thank you, Professor Anand. So it's my honor to present today. And what I'm going to present is going to be a little bit repeat of what Dr. Damrongrit from GISTDA had already presented. But I would like to remind you again about the Future Earth Thailand Consortium. So we have almost more than 10 organizations including into this consortium, start from the North Chiang Mai University, Naresuan University, and also in the central part, in Major University. Mahidol University is in the central part, Chulalongkorn University, one of the oldest university in Thailand, Prasetsath University, and of course, NIDA, National Institute of Development Administration, which is my universities, and also Silapakon University, and from the south, Prince of Songkhla University, from the east, Burapha University, northeast, Suranari University of Technology, and Khon University. And we also have the public organizations to be a partner, like GISTDA, Geo-Informatics, and Space Technology Development Agency. We also have designed areas for sustainable tourism administration, which is DASTA, and also International Future Earth Network, like from Japan, Taiwan, and Germany. So the main idea for achieving the sustainable development goals is by aiming into the frontier research and also the capacity buildings. So we focus in output with 3 components. The first one is natural resources and environment. The second is disaster. And the third one is economy. So under the umbrella of these 3 components, we also focus on the air pollution issues, especially the carbon credits, and also the about the conditions in the Songkhla Lake, which is in the southern part, the land subsidence, and tsunami and storm surge, which is crucial disasters in Thailand as well. We are also focusing on the economy, which is the unlocking the trade barriers, para rubber and oil palm. And so first, we focus on the community-based approach for air quality control and monitoring. So that's including the monitoring of PAH, like Dr. Chomsi and Dr. Waranut had been presented. So we are planning to monitor the PAH in northern part and the central part and also the south part of Thailand. We also have the project related to evaluation of carbon credit by using the space technology, and also the sustainable solutions for sedimentation and shallow of the Songkhla lakes. And we also focus on the accuracy of monitoring of land subsidence by space technology and the predictions of tsunami and storm surge. So this is the details of the Future Earth Thailand research plan for the year of 2024 to 2025. We already received the research budget, about $1.4 million to achieve the 13 sub-projects. The first one is the as I mentioned before, it's about the monitoring of controlling air quality. So that's about the source apportionment of PAH and all the carcinogenic substances in ambient air. And also we are planning to drive the Thailand Clean Air Act as well. For the carbon credits, we aim to apply the space technology for evaluating the carbon credits from agricultural sectors, community forests, and Mekong Delta. For the soil erosion and sedimentations in Songkhla Lake, we are planning to do the research related to the management guidelines for good water quality and sustainable tourism. And that's also including the tsunami and storm surge, the development of a model for tropical cyclones and storm surge, forecasting area affected by storm surge. And for the economy, we are planning to enhance the agricultural economy using the space technology through international environmental standards, like the development of FSC, which is the standards for the rubber products, and also the palm oil products to achieve the RSPO standard. So this is the photographs of the communication and activities under the Future Earth Thailand Research Partnership. We are also attending the international network building, start from 2022 in Paris, France, and also in 2023 in Panama. And this year, we are also attending the SRI 2024 conference in Helsinki, Finland. And also we expanded our network with political parties to drive the policies. And this is the photograph of, we are inviting the representatives of 9 political parties in Thailand to attending the Future Earth Conference. And that's it for my presentation. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Professor Siwat. I think from the starting speaker until Professor Siwat is a good reflection of the activity that we work in Thailand. So now maybe we have, I think it is time for question and answer. We still have time. So if you have some question, you can start now, please. I don't know who should start first. We have time.
Maybe Professor Kim, we would like to hear your opinions about our activities, and it would be nice.
Sure.
Maybe, yeah, please. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for the presentation that are eye-opening. Yet I wonder how all these efforts could be connected to mission-driven science hub, which has been proposed by International Science Council. So we would be interested in how you're going to integrate all these things into a framework, or how you promote science, policy, and society interaction, because many of these are more focused on monitoring, which is critical, but also management and governance are playing key roles. So any comments or thoughts on this?
Yes, well, that's why we invited the representatives from political parties to attend our annual meeting for Future Earth Thailand. And this year, we are also planning to organize in August 23rd. So we would like to officially invite you. It's a hybrid system, so you can also participate online as well. And if you would like to visit us in Thailand, you are also most welcome. So in the conference, we be invited not only the representatives of political parties, but also the private sectors, and also the government officers will be invited as well. So I think we need to use the social network and also use the media to regularly present the output of our research. So that's one thing. And the other thing is we of course, we just receiving the grant about $1.4 million US. So it's about to sign the contract. And of course, the output would be next year. But at the meantime, we also have a regular meeting that we are going to summarize the progress and also the potential output, and we will use the media to connect with the public regularly. And yes, you asked a very nice question. I think one way is to utilize our network and also use the conference to publish our research output. Thank you.
To answer Professor Kim, one additional information, maybe when we start with the Earth Thailand last, let's say last 2 years, under Ministry of, too long name, they have new name. They combine 2 ministries together. Ministry of Higher Education, Science, Technology and Innovation. So they have like a white paper, long plan, KPI, everything. And then at that time, Mr. Minister asked us to, to start some network. We should not start from zero. Then I searched and I found that we found a Future Earth network, which is very good for us. Then we connect and then try to, exchange idea with the Future Earth global network. And then we bring some idea back also. And then under ministry that they have their plan already. So try to in line with that. That is why we have actually, but by the way, we cannot cover the whole university in Thailand. Now we start with 7 and we start to recruit more 8, 9, 10, 11, as you see in the slide of PowerPoint. Then we work together, both science and social science, by the way, under the plan and the KPI that is designed by the ministry. Maybe answer your question.
Thank you.
Thank you. And some other participant you can ask also or share your idea.
Professor Ria is going to ask a question.
Okay, Ria, please.
Yeah, first of all, thank you to everyone for your presentations. This is really very encouraging, and I think that you're doing a fantastic work. The network is doing great, and I'm really very happy to hear that you have received funding for all these research projects that you are doing. My quick question is, I understand that the consortium is quite varied, composed of universities plus the public sector and some other, very interdisciplinary as well. Yeah. So my question is, in the 13 projects that you have identified, what is the mechanism for working on this? Are these projects, for example, when you talk about air quality, is this like a multi-sectoral, multi-institution projects, or is one university leading it? And I wanted to understand the kind of research collaboration or implementation that you're doing, and in terms of how maybe the diversity and the transdisciplinarity aspects of it.
Okay, thank you, Ria. I think I can answer this question. So we already have classify, and also each 13 projects also have the university to take care and to take responsibility. We also have PI, principal investigator, of these 13 projects, and also they commit the output and outcome and also the budget. So all together in these 13 projects, it's $1.4 million. So that's one thing. And because this funding is we received from the Ministry of Higher Education, Science, Research and Innovation, and under that we have the Program Management Unit B. We call PMUB. So PMUB will be the funding agency which will follow up all the activities. So we have a regular meeting to report our progress. And of course, because it's contract, so each university need to sign this contract, and we need to have a regular meeting to report our progress as well. Yeah, so that's the mechanisms, and every these 13 projects need to be completed in a frame time, and yes, I think in Chomsei is in 1 year. Yeah.
Yeah, in 1 year it will
Yep.
finish in June. Yeah,
Yep.
this month, because this month we will start the project.
I hope this
Nice.
can clarify your question.
Yeah,
Thank you
thank
so
you.
much. Yeah, so we have next question. I see in the chat. Professor Anik asks, what kind of support do you need from Future Earth Asia Regional Committee? This is a very nice question. By the way, we will suddenly request the support from you because each PI, they may, how to say, invite some expert also to join the project. At that time, I think we need you. But for the starting, because very starting, I think the contract start on 17 June. Start already, but not yet the money come in. We're waiting for that funding. By the way, sooner or later, we need your support as absolutely. Okay.
Yes, and we also invited all the Asia Future Earth experts. If you're interested to be a part of our research, or maybe in future we need to publish papers, you can be all co-authors. So you can contribute in one section in the paper, for example. That would be nice, and that's the true international collaborations under the context of academic forums we are aiming to. Yeah.
And we agree already that you add the affiliation of Future Earth in the paper.
Yep.
This will be nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure. Sure.
So we are now 4 or 5 minutes before the closing time. I think we can have one more question. Anyone would like to? Or share your idea maybe. อาจารย์นพรัตน์สักนิดไหมครับ
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, please.
Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes.
Yes,
Very clear.
well, I'm very happy to hear the formation of this group because I am a senior citizen, you know, I'm more than 70 years old. You know that the world changing every year from my life, you know, it changes again and again. The question is that what kind of resource we have to do at the frontier for the balancing of the need and balancing of the environment. How can we live peacefully in the future? So I'm so happy to hear your cooperation nationally and internationally, because all of these things will bring to the peaceful and happy world in the future, because the balancing of the nature, not only Thailand, other country as well. I want to see the world, or you know, for example, like a green city or blue ocean, that kind of thing, for the next generation. Did it from my idea and point of view. Thank you very much for your cooperation, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Dr. Noprat actually was vice president in PSUN, but he still works until now. I don't know, is it polite to say he is older than 70 years old, but still work for university and very strong and really, how to say, support to Future Earth project. We have a good staff. We have a good power for working. Maybe Anik, can I hear from you a little bit? I think you chat, but I want to hear your voice. Last but not least.
Hi, thank you for excellent presentations, set of presentations. And as I said, it's quite very impressive. And I see a number of ways it is connected to Future Earth Asia Regional Committee's plan. And so I also want to follow up with what June said. So since we are trying to, we have submitted a proposal to International Science Council of a Meta Hub network to accelerate SDGs. And as I see, many of your plans are connected to crucial SDGs where they are lacking behind. So I see a lot of ways that can be connected to Future Earth Asia plans, and happy to provide from the committee, on behalf of the committee, all kind of help that you need as you have specified, and looking forward to more closer cooperation. And maybe after discussions, we may have one policy dialogue with International Science Council and Future Earth, joined together with Thailand Future Earth, policy dialogue event on these issues, and could be a co-design, as Ria mentioned. And as you are already doing co-design, as I understand, you are discussing with many stakeholders before embarking on this research plan. So we can also learn from you, and looking forward. Thank you. All the best.
Thank you so much, Professor Anik. So I think we come to the
No. Professor Fumiko.
Yeah,
Right.
but because Fumiko is now with Rieko, so I will move this floor to Rieko and Fumiko now. I think you are in Hokkaido, right? Rieko, you can start now, and also Professor Fumiko, please.
Hello, everyone.
A
A little bit echo from Professor.
How about this? Is that
Good. Now it's okay. It's okay.
Okay.
Go on, please.
So yeah, although I couldn't join on the former half of the webinar, I was so impressed by your achievement, and especially I was very interested in rice contamination and health risk because I formerly was in research on food safety. But anyway, you have introduced your active engagement in global futures activities. But still, in general, I've found relatively weaker voices from Asia in many global research networks or cross-cutting initiatives. So with your excellent teamwork in Thailand, I would encourage you more to actively participate in many global research networks, or raise hands, or reply to the international calls for ideas and opinions, which we, the Global Secretariat, will disseminate. Thank you for your active and excellent achievement.
Thank you so much, Professor Fumiko. Rieko, so now I turn to you. Rieko, can you hear me?
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Okay. So is this is it okay to you to over to me?
Yeah, to you
Okay.
now.
Okay. Thank you very much. And as we conclude today's regular webinar, and I would like to say thank you for all of you, and thank you for our Thailand National Committee member. And I would like to also share some plans for our upcoming session. In the next few webinars, we plan to hearing from the Future Earth National Committee of Australia and Mongolia and South Korea. And we appreciated their willingness to share the insights with us. And I also would like to share the information that we are now updating ARC mailing list. So that will be informed these next webinar and other regional initiative. So if you wish to sign up, please fill in this form now on the chat box. And so we are very thank you. Please kindly fill in that registration form in the chat box. And very thank you for being with us today. And then your participations add value to this session, and we look forward to connecting with you again soon. So now, so it's the end of our webinar. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
Have
so
a nice
much.
day.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.